Hi everyone. Alright, today's video we're going to talk a little bit about a cream foundation that I really enjoy and I love, and I've been using it for a few years now. So what happened is that I have gotten in some of the comments below from a few of you ladies asking me what was my favorite or what can I recommend as far as a good foundation that is for mature skin. And so the one that always comes to my mind is called Biofond, and it is by a company called Gerda Spillman. Now, what makes this foundation really kind of unique to me is, no, you cannot find it in like a Sephora, and you're not going to be able to go to Ulta and find it. It is sold online. But the really neat thing about this is that there is a phone number that you can actually call and talk to someone. And what they're going to do is they're going to get some information from you about your skin tone. And I can't remember if they did, like if they asked me questions on, what other foundations that I used and maybe what a shade in that particular foundation. But the good thing is that they will send you out sample sizes for you to try. And the sample sizes that they send you is actually, it's a very generous sample size. It really is. It's enough for a good, couple applications, so that you'll be able to see, if the foundation, if the color matches you, and what you really think, of the foundation itself. So I think that that's really good, that a company can do that. The other thing that I really like about this particular foundation is that it is mature skin friendly. And, I really have used this for the past few years. I cannot tell you how many of the compacts that I have gone through. So I want to show you what you get. It is called Biofond, and this is the compact that it comes in. Now it is not a cushion compact. This is a cream foundation. It is a cream foundation, not a cushion compact. So that's what it looks like, and you get a nice little mirror there. And then you go flip this up, and there's your little applicator sponge underneath. So the other thing that's really unique about this is that it comes in 21 different shades, and there's not just one size of the compact. It comes in a little bit of a smaller compact as well, which is really neat. If you don't want to go splurging and buying the full size, you can try the smaller size. But it is I think it's like half the size of this, if I remember correctly. But the other thing is, a lot of the movie stars in Hollywood use this. This is what they use on a lot of the film sets. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read you just a little bit of the information about this particular cream foundation. Alright, the company is called Gerda Spillman, and it is called Biofond. It said voted Foundation of the Year multiple times. Biofond is used on numerous film sets and seen on famous faces around the globe. Biofond Cream to Powder Mineral Foundation has been the go-to for celebrity makeup artists and their clients for over 40 years. Why would you want to purchase this particular foundation? Biofond contains 100% pharmaceutical grade ingredients, which means the skin is allowed to breathe, helping to heal problem skin, but best of all, you'll never have to worry about Biofond causing clogged pores. You can expect a velvety smooth finish that offers buildable coverage, so you can opt for a sheer or a natural 5-minute face, or apply for a full coverage application. Biofond is hypoallergenic and cruelty-free. Okay, now as I mentioned before, it comes in 2 different sizes. So the size that I showed you is the deluxe size, and it is 12 grams, or the petite size is 4.5 grams. Alright, so if you're interested in seeing how I apply this particular foundation, and I'll also do a few of the check-ins today as well, then just keep on watching. It is a rainy, gloomy day, so today I'm embracing the curls a little bit. Yes, I've got natural curl in my hair, and sometimes on just a gloomy, yucky day out, because I know it's going to be bad later, and I got to be outside some today, so I just go ahead and do this. Okay, now on this foundation, I'm going to show you how I personally like to apply this. The compact that it comes in looks like this. And this is not, it's not a cushion foundation. It's not. I mean, this is the way it is. And it's just a nice, creamy, it's a beautiful foundation in this compact. It really is. And you also get your little puff underneath of here. But I just never use that, you know. A lot of times I'll use this for something else, like cleaning up underneath the eyes or something like that. But, okay, so what I'm going to do is, you can use this as either a very light coverage, just, you know, a nice little veil on your face, or you can do a medium coverage, or this will even go up into a full coverage, okay? So I really like the Beauty Blender starting out with this. I don't know why, it just seems to give it a really nice finish on it, and it just applies so much better for me. So what I'm going to do is, I've already dampened my little Beauty Blender, so I'm just going to pounce the Beauty Blender in here just a little bit. I'm not rubbing, I'm just pouncing. And then I'm going to go ahead and just start applying it on my skin. And you'll see immediately the coverage that it gives. This is such a beautiful foundation, especially if you have mature skin. You are more on the drier side of mature skin. And when I say mature skin, I want to say as older gals are starting to get a little few, you know, lines, I call them expression lines. That's what they are. So this is what I really, really like. And I don't hear about the Gerda Spillman, the Biofont line very much here on YouTube. There's a young gal on here who I really watch, and I absolutely adore her. And she is the one that introduced this, I think, really to YouTube. And I know she's the one that got me to buy it, so of course she's guilty of me having to buy lots of things. But I just keep pouncing this around a little bit. And, you know, just starting out, what I do is I just get, you know, just the base coverage, the base of it on that I want. And then I go back, if I want a little bit more coverage, then I'll go back and apply a little bit more. This is one coat that I've got on right now. And as you can see, it is just a nice coverage. I don't want to say this is a full coverage, and I don't want to say this is really, it's like a light to a medium coverage right now for me. Just, that's the way I like, you know, how I'm going to describe it on me right now. And if I wanted to, I'd go ahead and just leave this. You can set this, but if you're going to set this with powder, use very light amount of powder. Don't get real crazy on your powder, or it can start looking just a tad bit cakey. So we're going to build, I want to build this up just a little bit more so you'll be able to see what a little bit more coverage will do. And I really just like pressing it into my skin. Okay, so this is 2 coats now that I've applied on my face. Usually what I do is I'll go ahead and take like some type of like my Artiste brush or my It Cosmetic brush here, and just kind of blend out the very edges just to get the, you know, if there's any harsh lines or anything, just to get those all smoothed out. Now, what I like to do is I like to set just the T-zone of my face with a little bit of powder. You don't have to do this, but this is just how I like to wear this particular foundation. Alright, the powder that I'm going to use is my La Mer powder. You can use any type of a setting powder. I would definitely suggest like a very loose powder, a very finely milled loose powder. There's several now out on the market. And the other thing that I really like with loose setting powders is a brush like this. And this is a Revlon brush that I just recently picked up. And I like to call it a stippling brush maybe, because it's not real compact up here in the top. The bristles are just, I don't know, they're just, if you can see inside of it, I mean, you can really see deep, you know, inside the bristle of that brush as compared to like my La Mer brush. See how this is all compact in here and this is not. So that's really what I like. I like a brush like this right here. So what I do is I'm just going to pick up a little bit of my La Mer powder, and I usually just put it in the cap of this little box that I keep it in. And then what I do is I don't rub it across my face. I'm just going to pat it. All right, now all I've done is just set the T-zone. Now, if you want, you can always go ahead and set the rest of your face. But for me, because I like just a little bit of powder, I mean, I don't really like a whole lot of powder anymore on my skin. This is just how I really like doing this particular foundation. So I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of concealer. Okay, on the concealer that I'm going to use today, I'm going to just use the by Terry. A lot of times I've been mixing the two of these, this It Cosmetics with the Bye Under Eyes along with the by Terry. But this one has just a little, it's just a little thick. So I really don't like using powder with this particular concealer. So we're not going to use that one today. So I'm just going to go in with just a little bit of the Bye Terry. And I'm going to use my little beauty blender to kind of set this, to just kind of smooth this all out. Okay, I'm going to go back in with my, I think what I'm going to do is I've got a smaller stippling brush that I got from It Cosmetics. So I'm going to go back into my La Mer powder and I'm going to grab just a little bit of it. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and go finish up the rest of my makeup and I'll be right back. All right, so this is the final look that I came up with for today. It is, yeah, it's pretty rainy, pretty gloomy out a little bit, so I'm going to be in and out of the house. And yeah, so we are embracing this whole natural curly hair thing that I have. I don't know, several years ago, my hair, whenever I would dry it, it would just be straight. I mean, just completely straight. And it was like the weirdest thing. Almost overnight, my hair decided to get this natural curly, I don't know what in the world happened. So anyway, every once in a while I just kind of embrace this little wavy curly thing, and so yeah, that's what we're going to do today. Now on to this cream compact foundation. This has got to be my favorite, it really is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do some check-ins throughout the day. Probably, I don't know how many I'm going to be able to do today, but I will definitely do a check-in. So I'll see you all in just a little bit. Hi everyone. All right, so right now it is about 7:15. Let's see here. This makeup has been on since between 8:30 and 9. I think it's when I finished putting it on. So we've had quite a few hours of wear time. I got caught out in the rain a little bit, so yeah, this hair is just, I don't know, I'm just embracing it today. So I'm going to zoom you all in and get you up close and personal so you can see a little bit how this foundation is wore on me today. Alright, so here we are up close and personal again. So I have done absolutely no touch-ups whatsoever. I did put a little bit of lipstick on earlier before I came on camera, but that's all I've done. And as you can see, the foundation has wore very, very well today. You know, where my little smile expression lines are or whatever, it really doesn't settle in there at all. Here's the other side. So, I mean, if you're looking for a nice foundation that is hydrating also to your skin, it's going to give you some light coverage or a medium coverage or on up into a full coverage. This is a foundation that I really do recommend, especially if you're a mature skin and especially if you're like me and have a little bit more of a dry skin as well. So, but that's what the foundation looks like today. And, you know, like I said, this really is, you know, I have several foundations that I really, really do love. I really do. But this is my favorite cream foundation that is in a compact. So this would be it. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave all of the information to the bio font down below in the comment section. And, you know, the website where you can find them, and also I'll attach the phone number as well. Now I want you to understand this video is not sponsored in any way. I'm not making no money from this, nothing. I buy all of my own products, and so I do want you all to know that. Alright, so I think that's going to wrap it up for this video. If you have any questions or comments or anything, leave everything down below. If you've got any products that you want me to try, also leave that down there as well. I think I'm getting ready to do another video here in a few minutes. I've got my September favorites coming up, and I have got a lot of stuff. I mean a lot of stuff in that one. And okay, so I was looking back over my video that I did earlier, with applying this, and how you do the intro, and then, you do the, hey, this is the look I came up with. And yes, I do realize I had lipstick on my teeth. I do realize that. So, it's just part of it. I was looking, I was like, what is that? And I kept looking, I was like, that's dang lipstick. What an idiot. And there's no way that I can go back and redo that video. I mean, here we are at the end of the day, and this is what we get. So anyway, I should have looked earlier, and I didn't, but that's the way it goes. Alright, so that's going to wrap it up for this video. If you are not already subscribed to my channel and you would like to subscribe, I would love it if you would click on that little subscribe button. And if you want, you're more than welcome to ding on that little bell, and YouTube's going to let you know every time I upload a brand new video. I appreciate each and every one of you so very much. Thank you for hanging out with me, and I hope you found this video very helpful. And as always, I wish you all a safe and wonderful day. Bye.